Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Squad news through. Dele Alli not as bad as you feared?
No, not as bad. So there is a chance. There is a chance of him playing tomorrow. Let's wait and see, but there is a chance.
Ben Davies, do you think he'll be ready by the time Villa and the Champions League come on?
I believe so. He's training with us since yesterday. Of course, after tomorrow, the boys are going to have some time, but not him. He has to stay and work. So when we start the week of Aston Villa, he will be training with us fully. So if everything goes well, he will be good for the Villa game.
Now the dust has settled on January, a couple of midfielders in, they're taken to the Premier League well. A couple of unsettled players left, which must help things, but no striker after all. Out of 10, how would you rate January for Spurs?
We got a very good player on Steven. We got a good kid with a good potential to develop on Jetson. I would say we also lost a fantastic player because people cannot judge Christian for the last season. Has to be judged for 6 seasons where he showed in the club and in the Premier League his top quality. So we found our balance there. We lost a fantastic midfield player. We got a very exciting attacking winger and a young boy in midfield that can give us solutions. Without injuries, I would say yes, good, because one player that gave 6 years is leaving, but an incredible, exciting prospect is coming. I would say very, very good. But we had these problems with important injuries, and of course, our squad in this moment is not as good as it can be. So when our injured players are back for the next season, of course the squad will be much better.
Because you're beating the champions and undefeated in 5, won 3 of those, is that pepping over the cracks in terms of not having Harry or a replacement?
We do our best, we try our best, and I think independent of any analyze anyone can do about our last matches, there is one thing that I think is clear at the eyes of everybody, which is the group is together. The players are fantastic guys. They fight for each other, they fight for the club, and even in difficult circumstances, we are a difficult team to play against. And in difficult circumstances, we are normally always giving opponents a difficult match, winning or losing. But I don't think any team in this moment is really enjoying to play against us, because we, again, winning or not winning, we give difficult matches to opponents. And I'm really proud of the group, and everybody is giving his maximum, and that's what we are going to do match after match.
You've gone viral again, in a good way, yours and Jan's reaction to Raheem.
In a funny way. I'm not saying it in a good way, I'm saying in a funny way. I think that the fact that now is allowed to have the screen in front of us, I think is not good for the emotions, for our emotions, because we watch, and we watch exactly the same as the VAR is watching. And by decisions, the referees, they don't see it as well as we can, because the referees, they are on the pitch. And of course, as I was saying the other day, it's 200 miles per hour, and is very difficult for them, and sometimes they don't see things the same way we do. But the fact that we have the screen in front of us, and that is allowed now, because if you remember 2004-05, I tried to go with a screen to the bench, and I was forbidden by the rules. In this moment, you are allowed, so I don't think it's good for the emotions. And my reaction was just based on I could watch everything on the screen. So I watched the Dele Alli situation, I watched the penalty, I watched the pretending penalty, I watch everything. So that creates emotions. But okay, I went viral for the wrong reasons, but that's the way it is.
It shows passion though, fans like passion.
You know, fans like passions, but sometimes the rules don't allow passion. You kick a bottle of water, you show passion, but you go to the stands. So sometimes we have to control. But the fact that I was watching on television, on the screen, I was immediately very, very upset with the fact that Sterling didn't get the red card. And then that situation happened again, and in 1 minute I was laughing, the next minute I was fuming, but with respect to the refs.
At least you were there to be filmed, to show passion. You were on the bench, you're always on the bench, you take the cups very seriously. That's why you've won so many of them. Would you ever consider not turning up for the first team game?
Only one FA Cup. Only one. But I want to try a second one. So if you ask me, I know where probably the direction goes. If you ask me if I prefer to play tomorrow or have the boys already in holidays, I prefer to play tomorrow, because to have them on holidays would mean that we were knocked out in the first match in Southampton, and is better a draw. Is another extra effort for the boys, and we don't have many of them in this moment. But I prefer. I think the fans, they also prefer. They have been in the stadium against Middlesbrough in the second game. I think they are going to be tomorrow again. So let's go. We are in the competition. So until we are going to fight.
Just a final one about a VAR survey that Sky Sports have carried out. Fans seem to be fairly disappointed so far with the way it's performed. 75% want to keep it and want to see changes, given a rating of 4 out of 10 so far. Would you agree with that?
I think if they watch Gallagher comments, they will give 10 out of 10, because for Gallagher everything is correct. He could even find a way to say that Sterling was not a red card. So if you give more screen time to Gallagher, I'm pretty sure that will go 9 out of 10 or 10 out of 10.
George.
Jose, you mentioned refs checking the monitors. Do you think next season they'll change and they'll start looking at bringing the refs looking at the monitors for controversial decisions?
I don't know. The only thing that I say is that if the referees are not allowed to go to the screen and to make the big decisions of the game, they have to change the name of the VAR and call it VR, video referee, because in this moment the referees that are on the pitch, they are not making the most important decisions of the game. So Mike Dean decided was not a penalty. The VAR decided that was a penalty, and Mike didn't have the chance to go to the screen and to make himself a decision. Who made that decision was Mr. Kevin Friend. So Mr. Kevin Friend shouldn't be called VAR, should be called VR, because he makes he made the decision. The same thing with the yellow card and the red card. Mr. Dean on the pitch decides yellow card, which I accept by Mr. Dean. I accept because he's on the pitch and it's a very difficult job. So I accept that Mr. Dean decided the yellow card. What I don't accept is that Mr. Friend with the screen made the decision of keeping that. So I just think one of two, or give the referee the command and give the referee the possibility to go to the screen and to make the big decisions, or change the name of the VAR to VR and make them video referees. But I keep saying one thing that for me is very important to say: the mistakes on the pitch. I make mistakes. The players make mistakes. The referees, they can make also mistakes. I don't accept the mistake made by the video referee, because when I play PlayStation, I don't make mistakes. I only make mistakes when I am on the touchline. When I was with Gary and Gallagher working for Sky, I never made a mistake. I make mistakes when I am there. So with the referees, it's the same. They can make mistakes, and I have full respect for them, because it's very, very difficult. And again, 200 miles per hour. When they have all the time on the VAR, is more difficult to accept, and we are being very, very punished by decisions of the VAR.
Are you surprised you've got Dele Alli potentially playing tomorrow, considering the tackle, and you had to sub him in the second half?
It's just a question of being a little bit lucky or unlucky. With Aubameyang and, I don't know, I think it was Riedewald from Crystal Palace, or Van Aanholt. Max Meyer, exactly. I thought it was the left back. You need a little bit of luck. And Dele Alli was very lucky. Did Sterling want to injure him? I don't think so. I don't believe that he wanted. I don't believe. So respect to Sterling too. No problem at all. But the intention doesn't count. What counts is the action, and is a red card. For me, yes. For Gallagher, no. And for Kevin Friend, no.
One more, Judge.
Jurgen Klopp's not going to be there tonight. Did that ever cross your mind to do what he's done and not turn up and play a young team?
Jurgen Klopp is Jurgen Klopp. He does what he wants. He does what his board wants him to do or allows him to do, and he does what the rules allow or doesn't allow him to do. He does what he wants.
Ali.
Jose, can I just ask you, the club put in their Champions League squad, you've had to leave out Wanyama and Parrott. Can I just ask you how difficult a decision that was for you?
No, Parrott goes to the B. He has an age to change from A list to B list, and in practical terms, is the same. Is available to play. Victor and Michel is a different story. I feel safer by having Michel on the list. I don't want to have the risk of losing Paulo or Hugo, and not to have Michel on the list. And Victor is from a position where we have lots of players, wings, Dyer, and Skip and Jetson, and we have lots of players for this position. That's why we made that decision.
How did Victor take the news when he told you?
He's ill for the last 3 days that I don't see him. I didn't have the chance. So when he's back, I will try to explain him.
Okay, last one here.
Hi, Jose. I'm sure the players would have wanted a full winter break. Has it been tough motivating them for this game?
I think we are. I think we are. Again, the perfect situation would be to win at Southampton and not to play this game. But it was a draw, so we have to play tomorrow. So that's the way it is. We cannot blame anyone for that. If we have to blame somebody, we have to blame ourselves because we were winning and we consider it a late goal. So we have to be there tomorrow.
Okay, guys, have the cameras off now. Thank you.
Thank you.
Diamonds on my body rich, smelling like Versace rich, Jay-Z and Beyonce rich, I'm rich, I'm rich, I'm rich. Diamonds on my body rich, smelling like Versace rich, Jay-Z and Beyonce rich, I'm rich, I'm rich, I'm rich. I'm rich, diamonds on my body rich, smelling like Versace rich, Jay-Z and Beyonce rich, I'm rich, I'm rich, I'm rich.